Hi, this is a brief explanation of the penny activity. So after watching the circle and how many pennies fit into the small circle, you then want to estimate how many will fit in the larger circle. So in this one, all you needed to do was enter a low estimate, so maybe 300, just right, maybe 350, and too high, perhaps 400. And then you would go ahead and submit that. And go to the next slide. And this actually shows our class data right here. So the orange is what I entered in the previous slide, and the blue dots is everyone else's response. So this is a dot plot, and it shows the estimates of the number of pennies fitting in a large circle. So you could see, depending on what you chose, where you are in the class. All right, so for this slide, I wanted you to drag the pennies and enter to see how many fit in the diameter that is selected. In this case, it is a 3.4 diameter. So I will keep putting in, I'll make this a little smaller for time purposes. So let's say the diameter is 2.4, so you will put 2.4 here and drag the pennies. And in this case, how many fit? Okay, so that doesn't count as fitting in, so it's 7 pennies. So for 2.4, we have 7. Now, you could either decrease or increase your diameter. So if I choose to increase to, let's say, 2.8, then I will continue to see how many will fit inside the circle. And it looks like it is 9 pennies. So at 2.8, we have 9 pennies. All right, I'm going to increase my diameter a little bit more, maybe 3. Move it around. And it looks like this is 14 pennies. All right, going on to the next slide. The orange is my inputs and the blue is the whole class. Now you could see if I only had 3 points selected, it's easy to say, oh, that must be a line because there's only 3 points. But once you have over a certain amount of points, you could see that the shape is changing and it is not a line, because if I zoom in to any 3 points, it could look like a line. So it looks like it's growing at a rate that is not linear, because linear would mean constant. So I would say this is more quadratic. Now, why is it quadratic? Because why do you think the shape is quadratic? So here you would put what you think. So the shape resembles a parabola. And then it asks you to, after making the selection, drag the red points to fit the curve. Okay, so I'm going to drag the red points. In other words, the curve over here